Right, welcome back everybody to the Legit Crypto Lounge, the place that aims to bring together real projects with real people. For today's AMA, we're joined by the team behind Pi Protocol, and we're joined by Gorden and Oliver from the team there. So let's get cracking straight into it, because I know there's a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of utility behind this project. So before we get into the detail of the project itself, it's always great to have a better understanding of the team behind the token. So if you guys wouldn't mind introducing yourself and giving us a bit about your background and experience and any previous history in terms of crypto, that'd be great.
Sure. Hi, everyone. This is Gordon. First of all, thanks for being here, and it's a pleasure to talk with you guys. My background, or let's start, I'm Gordon. I'm based in Austria, Europe. I'm 40. And I'm in crypto since 2015, 2016. I started early as just, like trader stuff. I started working as admin in some DeFi projects. And at some point I was kind of bored, because most of the project did the same stuff, right? Launching a token, assigning some utility. And I decided on some point to, I want to do my own stuff, make it better. And that's the reason why I started Pi Protocol. We actually have a team of 13, and I think Ollie can speak for its own. I'm the founder, CEO, and main developer, so most of the stuff you see has been developed by my own. Ollie, want to jump in?
Of course I do. Hello guys, my name is Oliver. I'm from Germany and I'm living in Switzerland at the moment. So I'm in crypto since 2014. I tried my things by investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that stuff at the beginning. Later on, I made some friends in the shitcoin scene as well. So I tried this too. And later on now, at the beginning of this year, there were some changes in the markets, and a friend of mine, I get connected again, and he told me about the whole TCG thing, and I was interested in that. And then we saw a partner sign of Pi Protocol, and I told him, "What is Pi Protocol? Can anybody tell me what is Pi Protocol?" And they all said, "Oh, no, we didn't do any research on that, and we have no idea." And I said, "Okay, you're so networking in that space, so just drop him a mail and we'll see what will come." And this was the beginning of a very, very interesting journey. And the Pi Protocol team was mostly on the US side, and Gordon's demand was there's no traffic on the European side when the United States guys are sleeping. So we were doing a lot of things, and finally I jumped in and became a member of Pi Protocol as the European lead now. So I'm also responsible for artist onboarding and some partnerships, relationship management, and that stuff. And I'm trying to support Gordon wherever he needs a right hand or a left hand or whatever. So we'll see what will come the next weeks. There's a lot of things going on, and I'm really, really happy that your channel was recommended to us. So thanks a lot. Maybe he's here as well to Forest. Great thing, and we'll see what will the next few hours bring here.
As an extension to that, you have the team page open right now, so the team structure changed a bit. I made the requirement that the team needs to be doxed, so there was a kind of transition within the team. The team page needs to be updated because Ollie is the team lead for Europe. He's quite new in the team, as well as we have Murph. Murph is the team lead for US. He's also new in the team, not new, but there was a transition, and they deserve a place on the website, so we need to update that. The core team is basically, it's me, Acrea, and Inglorious. This is the core team. Acrea is Zach. Zach has its own graphics company and is working with us together. So he's providing all the graphics that are needed, especially on the NFT side. And Paul is my partner if it belongs to development.
Excellent. That's a nice, thorough introduction to the team and stuff. Gordon, what's your background?
My background. Oh yeah, I come from IT business analyst. Before I started working as a full stack dev or a developer, I worked approx 15 years as IT business analyst, and I come from logistics. So I worked for bigger logistics companies, and at the end for Red Bull beverage. I was the interface between the beverage department and the developer. So I was original. My job was to make concept, right? So get the requirements from the branch and then bring it to the developers, final testing, setting up change requests on such stuff. Yeah, I always had the hand over the development, but on some point I was like, hey, I want to do this stuff by my own. So then I started learning development after my full-time job. Made like 6 months night shifts to learn the basics. And then I skipped my real-time job and turned into full-time developer. I took 1 year off to learn most basic things before I started to develop my own project.
Nice. And so have you personally developed a lot of the stuff that you're going to present to us today then?
Okay, rephrase that, sorry.
With your background and stuff, have you built out a lot of the stuff that you're going to present to us today personally?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's good to know. Okay, let's get into the project itself then. So I understand you've already launched quite a few utilities already. So do you want to just give us a quick overview of what your project encompasses?
Yeah, sure. So Pi was the development time of Pi was approximately 11 months. My goal was to have the project fully developed before going live. And this is what I made. I spent the whole year 21 to develop this project out, and we launched in November last year. Means that the project is there since 8 months. Actually, Pi aims to be a full utility provider for NFT projects, for NFT artists. And the whole project is based on NFTs. What we actually have is an NFT launchpad. So we try to help artists to get their NFT artwork set to be sold. And we offer as well like to get them their own contracts, which leads us to the NFT marketplace. The special on the NFT marketplace is that once artists creating their own collection, the marketplace deploys an NFT contract for them and assigns them as owner to make them independent instead of like just being on OpenSea or NFTB. They are not locked on our platform because they're getting their own contracts. We have NFT aggregator vaults, which is unique in the DeFi space as well. There is no other project which has these NFT aggregator vaults. I'm hoping to explain this in a deeper way later. And we're going to launch our NFT metaverse. It's a MMORPG based on Unity, where all the NFTs that are available on our marketplace also available in-game. And the whole project literally is based on a treasure hunt. Means that we are doing weekly treasure hunts, and that we try to bring another project into our treasure hunt, as well as we made a treasure hunt in New York already. We made a treasure hunt at the NFT convention in Las Vegas last week. And we're doing like weekly treasure hunts within our community, where we starting with certain puzzles, and users need to solve them to get then rare NFTs, and these NFTs can then be staked in an infinite pool reward system. Nice. That's just a hard breakdown.
Yeah. There's a lot going on there. So let's start breaking it down. So obviously, with a lot of tokens and a lot of projects that come into us, they will launch a token with the expectation of then being able to use the funds generated in order to build out their utilities. So obviously, it's great to see that you've got that ready in the first place before you've even launched your token.
Yes.
So in terms of funding towards that, you've already explained that you built out a lot of this yourself. So has this been self-funded? Have you needed much funds up to this point to get to where you are?
Well, the year before I started building Pi, I worked on other projects and earned a lot of money, which gives me the chance to build out what I need. Developing by my own doesn't cost anything, but all the contracts are audited. And obviously I need some help from a Solidity developer, because I'm not a Solidity developer, at least not with a huge experience. My basic work is on Web3, so I had to pay some Solidity developers to make what I want, but the project itself is fully funded by my own. Means I worked on other projects, got the money, and pushed it forward to pay the developers and the audit costs for the project.
Okay, perfect. And just to confirm, are you full-time on this now?
Actually, I'm full-time, yes.
Okay, nice.
So with the day where Pi launched, I skipped everything I had around me and decided to go full-time with Pi. And meanwhile, yeah, it's 8 months.
Cool. And then in terms of the person that created the contract for you, is that anybody well known in the space?
It's not well known. It's basically Jaspri and Paul. Both of them assisted on that. Jaspri is based in Jakarta, but he has he's an how to certified blockchain developer, so he's really good and expensive, by the way. Yeah, but he has a huge experience. He's involved in several other projects, named project. And Paul as well. He's really experienced. He's a developer over 30 years. He has some certificates as well. So the dev team is quite good and high experience. And it was important for me to have good developers on board, because what we deliver is high quality and the code work should be the same. Yep,
perfect. And who was that audited by?
The audit was done by Quillhash, Quill Audits. You can find the report at the bottom of the page.
Okay. I've not come across those before, so I'll check them out. Toby, did you have something to
contract is the bottom right. On contract. Yeah, there we go. Oh, contract, I'm sorry. It's audit. My mistake. Oh, yeah. Audit is the one up. Yeah, right. Okay, exactly.
Okay, cool.
So the audit was 4 weeks done before we launched, and you can see there's a lot of contracts in there. I'm happy to explain everything in detail.
Yeah, I think it's good if anybody wants to look into the detail that they can find this on your website, and we can have a look at the detail afterwards. Toby, did you want to come in on something?
No, mate, I'm good, mate. I'm looking forward to getting into it.
Yeah. Cool. Okay then, good stuff. Where should we start, Gordon? Is there something in particular that you'd like to take us through first?
Yeah, most likely the concept of the ecosystem and the mechanics. I think that's really the hardest part here, but I think that's made interesting for those who fully understand it at the end. So if you go on the Buy Circles page, I will explain the circles we have on our ecosystem. So what are these circles? We have designed a system where users buying NFTs on our website. This is not a voodoo thing, but we have 18 contracts right now. So why do we have them? If a user is going to buy a small circle, which is the NFT on the left side, in this way, the contracts are adding liquidity. So it takes the BNB, splits in 50% BNB, 50% Pi, adds liquidity, locks liquidity, or burns liquidity, and mints an NFT to the user. The circles, like the small circle on the left side, represents one LP pair, and the big circle on the middle represents 5 liquidity pairs. So why is that used? Why is this important? Because the boost of the NFTs are the main utility token within our ecosystem. and people need to hold and buy them, or buy and hold them to be able to participate in the ecosystem. Means that we are incentivize users to buy these NFTs, and this instantly locks liquidity to the project, which is really important for us, which leads us to the second point. So the circle concept is named LP wrapper NFTs because we are wrapping the liquidity, and users getting NFTs, and the NFTs always representing the value of the liquidity pair. So it means the NFTs in our ecosystem are collateral pegged to the price of the LPs. Any questions to this part? Otherwise, I would proceed with the price flow sweeper we have.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so this is just one aspect, and this is important to get the second part as well. Pi is so designed that we have a price flow sweeper mechanics. Price flow sweeper mechanics is basically we are able to reuse the unused BNB within the liquidity pool. How's that possible? So let's say you have 80% of your tokens added to liquidity, right? Means that it is an equal part of BNB as well in the liquidity. So if 80% of your liquidity is added, 80% of your tokens are added to liquidity, there can be only 20% dumped, right? Because everything else is already in liquidity. So if you dump these 20% on the pool, or you're going to sell that, there's 60% left from a BNB standpoint. And we made the mechanic so that we have a middleman. We don't have a BNB Pi token pair. We have a PBNB Pi token pair. And PBNB is a synthetic peg to BNB in a 1:1 ratio. So we're using a middleman, BNB, PBNB, Pi. And by using this, we are able to sweep out the BNB. So we can sweep the floor. We can take out all unused BNB from the liquidity, and we can buy back Pi token directly to then give it to the community in form of staking rewards and giveaways or whatever is needed, or we can use it for development cost. And by this way, it comes together because the more users are going to buy the NFTs, the more liquidity will be added, the more BNB we can sweep out and reuse and push the price. Because imagine we can sweep out 300,000 USD. We can buy back on the system, which doubles then the price, which incentivizes users to buy again the circles. Because if you go to the pools, to the staking pools on the left side, you can see that. So 2% of all transaction fees are going actually to circle holders. This is the first one, the circle NFT staking. Exactly, you can see that. You would need to connect to your wallet to see the RPR. So the thing is that 2% of all transaction fees are going directly into the pools, and the big circle and small circle holders can stake and get them as reward. So the more trading volume we have on the project, the higher the rewards. And if we push or trigger the price flow sweeper, we can buy big Pi token, which pushes the price, and the RPR on the pool goes up, because the value of the big circle is equal to the liquidity pair. Means once the price of Pi goes up, the price of the B circle goes up, and the rewards as well.
There's quite a lot going on here.
So yeah, the key facts are like the circles, like the NFTs representing our liquidity pairs, and they have the main utility within our ecosystem. And we have the price flow sweeper, which allows us to reuse the unused BNB within the liquidity pool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically a circle, right? People buying these NFTs, they're forcing trading volume. Trading volume gives revenue to the pools, which allows us then to reuse the BNB that are added to the liquidity to buy new rewards to give it to the user. So this is a self-sustaining ecosystem. Other projects have mostly the problem that they run out of token on some point. Like this is a classical or typical DeFi scheme, right? They're launching their project, they have high RPR pools, and at some point after a few months, they don't have any tokens. They cannot provide staking anymore. In our case, that won't never happen because we are able to sweep the floor and buy back. So all tokens that are needed for pools, we're just buying them back from the pool and giving to the rewards. And once people dump them, we can sweep the floor again. So it's a never-ending circle. This requires that people buying the NFTs, but there is a lot other stuff and other utility which incentivize users to do so.
Yeah, what behind buying the NFTs?
Yes.
Cool. There's just one question that's come up so far in text chat, and that's the PBNB middleman.
Yeah.
How well backed is it by BNB?
Well, backed by BNB, this is from a contract standpoint. There is no liquidity. So there is no liquidity for BNB, PBNB, which means there is no impact on that. Actually, it's 100% backed because it's just our own contract which converts BNB in a 1-1 ratio to PBNB.
Okay. I think you might have a follow-up question, but let's see on that.
Sure thing. It's not like a stable token that needs to be stabilized all the time. There is just a 1-1 ratio, and it can just be traded in this way. So there is no price slippage or no price impact. It's always a 1-1 ratio.
Okay, I got you.
These so the NFTs and stuff. You've got small and big.
Yeah.
Do you need to buy these 5 small in order to get a big?
Yes, that's correct. So the difference here is that if you buy a small circle, you will be able to sell it back to the ecosystem. Means that you will get back 50% of its original value. The project has a reserve, means buying a small circle locks liquidity, but the reserve allows the user to exit on the ecosystem. So you can sell the small circle, but you will get back 50% of its value. The big circles are locked forever, so there is no return. So once you have 5 small circles, you can convert them into a big circle, and you cannot sell the big circle on the ecosystem itself. But for this, we have our own NFT marketplace where you can trade the big circles, and the price floor is approx 90% right now, which is pretty good. Yeah, that's it. So it's tradable liquidity.
Okay, and how much are the small NFTs to buy?
I'm sorry?
How much are the small NFTs to buy? Sorry, the small circles.
Oh, how you want to buy that? So either use the circles page where you write on. On the other hand, we have built our own DEX. So if you go to the menu back, you can go to our own DEX. Yeah, PyDex, exactly. So it's kind of our PyDex, our Zapper, where you can convert all the tokens we have in our ecosystem. So you can buy straightforward Pi token, you can buy the small circle, the PBNB. You can select on a drop down, and then you can go from there. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You can PBNB and the small circle, which the small circle then is the liquidity, the LP wrapper token. Yeah. So I see the question right now. So where do I get the PBNB to trade for Pi token? Yeah, you can go to our website. It's quite easy. Convert BNB to PBNB and press on Zap, and then you can convert in a 1-1 ratio. As I mentioned earlier, there is no liquidity pair for BNB and PBNB. Otherwise, it would destroy the synthetic. Yeah, trading back is the same. Like put on the top the PBNB and choose the BNB at the bottom, and you can trade it back. The contract is audited, and it's kind of a wrapped stuff, right? Like you can convert BNB to wrap BNB and reverse. We're using the same mechanics here.
Okay. Are there any follow-up questions, Toby?
Yeah, I think Gorden might have his eyes on the chat though. He's asked if that's the case, there has to be a backing. No.
Well, it's minting and burning on the PBNB side. So backed in the case, it's a synthetic one-on-one pact. So if a user is going to convert 10 BNB to 10 PBNB, then the 10 PNB getting minted. This is the back.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to unmute Crypto Batman for a minute and let him have a chat with you so you can get this out. It's probably easier than going backwards and forwards through a text.
Yeah.
Batman, I've unmuted you if you want to ask a question, mate, rather than go back.
Sorry, mate. I was just the PBNB seems to be a massive part of your project, and probably because that's your liquidity pair, and liquidity is obviously very important. And you said you can use BNB to sweep the floor, and you can do this, and you can do that, and you can do the other. But if you're using that BNB to sweep the floor and do other things, it's obviously diminishing the pool. You said that there's no pool, but there has to be a pool. There has to be a backend to PBNB. So if you're taking that BNB and using it for something else, that's taking it away from the PBNB backend. But that PNB backend, for every PBNB that exists, there has to be one BNB. It's basically an algo stable of BNB.
Well, no, it's not like that. So what we have is we have a price floor calculator. This is a separate contract. The contract is estimating the circulating supply. So it's basically calculating how much can ever be dumped into the pool, and it calculates the BNB that overdue, right, which is not used actually, and this can be swept. So you're right. The backed until I sweep the first time, the ratio BNB and PBNB is equal. But once I sweep the floor, there's an overlap. There's more PNB than BNB available. That's correct so far. And this results in a price floor.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. So if say, you know, you must have had an over amount of PBNB minted to start with.
Yes.
Against your pie, right? So
yeah, it's correct.
So where did that BNB come from initially to provide that PBNB pool? Because if that PBNB pool is just an arbitrary number that you've minted, then that's unbacked PBNB.
We added 700,000 USD as the project launched into liquidity.
Okay, right. Yeah.
And I added all the BNB, converted them to PBNB, created the liquidity pairs, and burned the liquidity pairs. So the initial funding comes from the project. And you're right. So once I didn't remove any BNB yet. Right. No. So just to be clear, so once I started removing the BNB from the pool, its results then in an imbalance. So there are more PBNB than BNB available, which is not an issue because actually we have 50% token locked in liquidity and 30% is burned. So it means that 40% can never be sold. So I literally don't need these BNB. And once I sweep them out, we will generate a price floor. The price floor means the PBNB is displaying the liquidity. So if 60%, the remaining 60% of all tokens getting dumped, means all users will be out, and we see literally a price of 60 cents, which is our price floor.
No, okay, I understand how the mechanics behind it. I'm just I'm just trying to figure out where the finances come from. It's good. You've answered that question quite well. That's pretty impressive. Thanks for unmuting me, by the way, guys. I was scratching my head on that one.
You're welcome. I didn't got the question in the first time, so sorry for that. Now I hope it's clear now.
Yeah, no, it's
cool. Sorry about that, man. I just muted you again then, buddy. Let me just make sure you had nothing else to add on to that. I don't know why I muted you again, to be honest. There you go. Sorry, Batman. Finish up, buddy. I'll leave you unmuted. I've scared him away now.
Yeah. Should I proceed or no?
Yeah. Proceed. I think it was beneficial to just get him on VC so he could ask his question because
sure thing. As you see, it's really complex, but it's not that. Once you get it, it's just great, easy. So the price for super allows us just to, like a lot of projects having millions in liquidity and have 50% of supply locked, and they cannot use this. They're sitting on thousands of USD in liquidity, and by this way we are able to use this, which is a benefit for the community as well as we can make sure to have always tokens to be provided in the staking, right? So gives rewards. Yeah, that's it. That's the idea of the circles and the idea of this price for sweeper.
Nice. Should we move on to your marketplace?
Yeah, we can do that. On the website itself, you can see the NFT launchpad where we're launching some projects and selling our own NFTs. And we have the circle staking. Yeah, there we go. So we have some special editions here that will be used for the metaverse later. And as well as the Baby Bot Club, for example, is our first NFT we have onboarded a few days ago to release its own collection. And there are some more collections upcoming in the next days. And we made some really decent deals at the Las Vegas convention. So you will see that there are some more known projects on our launchpad the next days.
Yeah, so Alex, I noticed that people can create their own NFTs, can't they, via your platform and stuff? Is there a cost for doing that?
No, it's not. This leads us to the NFT marketplace. So if you want to go to the NFT marketplace,
I like this idea of creating unique NFTs for your events and expos and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Thank you. Yeah, we never release an NFT without utility. So there is not a single NFT sold by us which hasn't any utility. It's really important for us to only have partners with utility NFTs or our own NFTs have utility. Yeah, so the marketplace is, I come back to the original talk because I think the main issue right now for all artists is they're getting leaded to OpenSea, right? I want to do my own NFTs. I go to OpenSea and create them. I always was concerned about that because if an artist is creating its artwork on OpenSea, right, they're sitting on OpenSea. They cannot list their artwork on other platforms. They cannot go to Rarible or NFTB or whatever because they don't own their own contract. And to bring a solution up, we made it so that our marketplace is kind of minting studio. So a user can create its own collection, and by this way, he gets his own NFT contract deployed. So this is creating an NFT. To create your own contract, you need to be connected with your wallet first. Otherwise, you won't be able to see the option. So yeah, if you don't mind, that would be great. So I can lead you through the process and can give you some information about the costs. Yeah, Crypto Batman, you have your own contract on OpenSea, but did you create your own custom contract on OpenSea? Oh, that's interesting. When did you make that? Okay, this is added a new feature. But like 2 months ago, it was not possible. I did a research and we made a research here. I know that this is recently added by OpenSea. Yeah, it's great. I'm just telling you what we have delivered, and we are like 6 months up with that, and not just yesterday. If OpenSea is doing the same stuff right now, that's pretty cool. But we do the same, and we're the only project on the BSC side, on the Avalanche side, that is doing that. So you can go to. Okay, so we changed that here. If you go please to the navbar, to the URL, and just before create. Just do a collection and / create.
Collection.
Yeah, collection / create. Create. No, we made it hidden right now. So / collection / create.
Getting some inside info here, guys.
Yeah, okay. So here we go. So you can create your own collection. You can give your collection name, collection symbol. You can upload your logo and add the description. Afterwards, you can choose which contract you want to have. So you can either create a public collection where everyone else can mint under, or you can set that you will be the only owner and nobody else can mint. As well as you have the chance to decide if you want to have a ERC 721 or 1155 multi-token standard contract. After adding your categories and give some more information, like links and such stuff. You will be able to create your own contract. What we made right now is, and therefore the link is hidden. We had so many requests, and we want to make sure that the artists that's creating their own contract right now, that they're getting verified by us first. So therefore we hide the link, and we have a request button on the top where you can give your information. We get a mail, and afterwards the artists get the link I'm sharing right now, but we're changing this after the AMA. It's just a showcase. So basically the contract is for free. We made more than 20 contracts in the last days for artists as requested us, and we verified them and gave them the link. The 0.2 BNB is a platform fee because we want to prevent that there are, how to phrase that, scammer or spammer who are just creating straightforward contracts on the website. So we made it so that there is a 0.2 BNB fee charge, which is approx like 45 USD right now. But beside that, I think that's really affordable, because if you reach out to another developer, they charge up to 1000 USD for your own contract like that. So we're providing this right now for 40 USD. But just to mention that the last 2 weeks we made all contracts for free. We gave the money back to the artist. So yeah, it makes the artists independent, and it was our goal to kickstart them, right? They can decide on which platform they're going to be. We can offer staking for them as well as they have the chance to partner up with other projects. They are not restricted in doing that. Even if OpenSea made the future yesterday, that's pretty cool. But on the BSC side, it's not available, and therefore we are unique with that. And I'm proud that we're doing that, because it's a great help for all the artists outside to help them to be independent and not just locked in a specific platform like NFTB.
Nice.
So people will be able to then sell them on other platforms once they've created them on the site. Is that right?
Absolutely. They get their own contract and they're not locked in our platform. The contract is listed, so we will always see what the artist is doing, but he can decide if he want to list his collection on other platforms. He's free to do that, as well as he can trade and sell his NFT artwork on other platforms.
Perfect. And so moving forward, this 0.2 BNB fee, is that like your payment? Is that how you make money?
Well, no, it's not. No, it's not meant to be making money. It's just like we are on Ethereum as well, and on Ethereum, the deploying contract is for free. We just made it on the BSC side to prevent any spam. So because creating a contract right now is 5 USD from gas costs, right? And our fear was that like bad actors creating non-stop contracts and spam our marketplace. So this is the reason why we changed it to 0.2 BNB, just to make it serious.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Once again, I think that 40 USD for our own contract is not that much. Like developers or artists now that like how much they have to pay for a real good audited contract.
Yeah, absolutely.
Way more than 40 USD. So.
Yeah, 100%. Toby, you've got anything to add in at this point?
I'm just in awe.
Go a little bit right to the filter symbol, and then you can filter the collections on the left side.
On the right side is the filter symbol. I had to click first on the right side, so it collapsed right. And you can see the collections. That's cool. Thanks, Ollie, for adding that. And you can scroll down within the drop down. You can see the artists we have there on.
And Treasure Hunt, this is yours, isn't it?
Yeah, Treasure Hunt are all the NFTs. We have the Treasure Hunt, and the NFTs are basically the rewards we're giving out to the Treasure Hunt winners. And if you want to have the full resolution, you need to click in, because this is just a thumbnail to make the marketplace really fast. And once you're there you can go to the top, and then you can see the beautiful artwork on that. So yeah, that's it.
Nice. Who's creating the artwork for you? Is this an internal member?
Yeah, it's an internal member. So we have Akria on board. As I mentioned in the first day, he's our art director, and he has a team of 17, and they're creating all the artwork we need, especially all the NFTs.
Cool. And it's like you mentioned that there's utility behind all of the NFTs that you create and stuff. So
So for the treasure,
yeah, sorry, yeah, go on.
yeah, for the NFT, for the treasure hunt, we have our own vault, which leads you back to our main website. So the NFT aggregator vaults, and I think this is maybe something for, what's his name? Yeah, Crypto Batman. I'm pretty sure he will ask some questions here. So the NFT aggregator vaults, I don't know if you're familiar with aggregator vaults overall, how the process is working.
No, it'd be a good point to
okay,
run us through that.
Okay, so aggregator vaults, they're in existence like 2 years. It was a concept bring up by Badger DAO and Autofarm. I guess these are known projects, or Beefy Finance. What they're literally doing is they misusing or vampiring pools from the DEXs, right? So let's say SushiSwap or PancakeSwap, they have their own liquidity farms. And what these projects are doing is they implement the contracts on their own website and give some token on top. Means that, for example, PancakeSwap is giving a 40% RPR, and the website is using their contracts and is setting their own strategy contracts and giving token on top to give a higher RPR, which then leads the users or incentivizes the users to stake on their website instead of PancakeSwap directly because they have a higher RPR. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So my idea was like, how can we make it so that that NFT users can have a benefit as well? This was a challenge, and the solution was for us is basically, as you can see, where, for example, TCG World there. TCG. So if you're a TCG NFT holder, you can go to the vault and you can stake your NFT. We have a assigned value actually of 204 USD. Which means once a user is going to stake his NFT, the Pi protocol will dump Pi token worth of 200 USD, will then buy the cake BNB pair and stake into the farms on PancakeSwap. And at the moment where the user decides to leave the pool, the Pi protocol will sell the cake BNB, will buy back Pi token, and the user gets all the rewards claimed within the staking period. So it's basically staking for free just with your NFT, and you get all the rewards for the assigned value we have staked in the Pancake form.
So does that effectively mean that you aren't subject to impermanent loss because you're just using an NFT?
Do you mean the NFT holder?
Yeah, because the NFT is converting into
the NFT is not converted. The NFT stays in the contract. The NFT will never be touched. We are lending the NFT owner the value, the assigned value in Pi token. So the protocol is dumping the assigned Pi token, is buying back the assigned Pi token, and the user gets the reward. So the NFT will never be touched. We are just assigning a specific value per NFT.
Yeah, okay.
We are lending the money.
And it buys the equivalent in the pair. And then
exactly.
Whatever that pair earns is then converted back to Pi on the way out. Got you.
Correct. And the difference, the earned rewards on the Pancakes farm basically goes to the user as reward. This is what we do, for example, this is pure utility and it's free money for NFT holders that are partnered with us. For example, the TCG World, right? This is an NFT metaverse game and they are not launched yet, but people holding these NFTs, and we made it so in the meanwhile, they own the NFTs, but they're useless, right? They can't do anything with them. So we partnered up with them and made it so that the NFT holder can stake and earn money while they're waiting until the metaverse is going to be launched.
That's cool.
And the same stuff we have for our treasure hunt holders. If you scroll up, you can see that the Pi treasure hunt. So we have I guess 80 slots right now, or 70 slots are open there. Means that the NFT owners can go into the pool and get like money forever because the pools are infinite. They are not limited.
Do you plan to add any other pairs?
We can go with other pairs. We can decide by our own. But my focus was to be more on the safe and long term. because most of the high RPR pools on PancakeSwap, they're just for a few days and then they die out. So we decided to go with real stable, and Cake BNB will be always in existence. As long as Cake will be existence, we will see a Cake BNB pair. So it's easier from a maintenance. The RPR is made lower compared to other pools, but these are infinite. So it makes it really easy for the users.
Let's be honest, the main two tokens of the whole chain anyway, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So looking at TCG World then, how does that partnership work? Have they paid to be onboarded onto your platform?
No, this is more like a benefit on Booster. No project is paying for it. The requirement to use these vaults is to have a small circle. So users need to buy a small circle, but they can stake it anyway. We have a nearly 100% RPR, which is quite good. And this is really stable since months. So the users need to have a small circle. And once they're done with their staking, they can sell the small circle on the marketplace or can dump it on the ecosystem. They have a really good benefit by that. So how does we make money by this, or how the project is benefiting? So let's say we set up a aggregator vault for your project, means that your whole community will join our website and will figure out. And our goal is, let's say, if 5% of all members or 10% of all members checking out the website and using the vaults are getting interested. Hey, this looks cool. What's the project doing? Anyway, they checking out the treasure hunt, and they will may participate here. So it's just a marketing strategy to give it away for partners, to then forcing communities members in our community.
Yeah, makes sense. And yeah, I like what I'm seeing so far. So what is your like focus, as in looking at this as a business from business point of view in terms of your side? Like how are you making money from this?
Okay, so the end product and the final product is the only thing that was not final developed as we launched the project, will be our metaverse. The metaverse is at 90% right now, so we're going to release the metaverse in hopefully within the next 4 weeks. We are in the last stages right now. And this will be the main utility of the project. The metaverse is an MMORPG metaverse. It means we see a full game like World of Warcraft. And the metaverses will be a treasure hunt verse. So we are storing NFTs within the world. And what we have done is, for example, are you familiar with the movie Maze Runner?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so we have completely rebuilt the Maze Runner world. Means you see a big labyrinth with moving vaults, and you need approx 3 hours to go through the world. We're storing in the whole world. We're storing NFTs from famous projects. Means our partners going to provide us this stuff, and we have a big hunter community already. Means that we hope, like, if we store, for example, TCG NFTs within the world, that they are going to participate in our game, and some other deals have been made in the last days with bigger projects as well. So we will try to force other communities into our project in the gaming verse, to then have a huge gaming community. And obviously, like in other games as well, you can buy assets, you can do some stuff, and the token Pi and the small circle will be main utility within the metaverse. And this is how the project in the long term gains success and makes benefits. Everything else around that is just pure utility to NFT holders.
Sure.
How long have you been working on this? Sorry, Mark, sorry, I've wrecked Mark's flow. Go on, Mark. I'll ask after.
No, it's fine. Go on. Go. Yeah, I think you mentioned already, Gordon, that it's been in development between 8 and 11 months. Was it?
Yeah, the project overall, yes. The metaverse was more complex, so it took more time to be finished. So it's not, so everything else is done. Just the metaverse is the one outstanding point, or project or utility, which is not released yet, but will be released in the next days.
And presumably this metaverse hasn't been built internally. You've brought on a team create this for you, have you?
Yeah, I hired 4 developers, onboarded them, and locked them down for 8 months full time, and they're working on that.
It's impressive. So you've personally put in a decent chunk of money into this project then.
Well, so this is, you asked me initially if I'm full time on Pi. So what I'm doing, obviously, Pi is not paying my bills. I never touched a single token. The project never sold a single token, and the project does not own token to be dumped. Everything is an open book on Pi, so the community had a full insight. So how does the project gets financed? I'm working 8 hours a day. I work on Pi protocol, and 7 till 8 hours I work on other projects. Means I'm the CTO and block leader. Block leader is a company that builds projects as well, where I do quality checks, as well as I'm working on several projects on the Avalanche side, bigger projects, and I earn money there for working on them, and all the income I'm getting is going straight forward into Pi. So I'm working my ass off on other projects to make Pi happen. Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah, thank you.
So I think it's probably a good time to move on and have a look at the token itself then. So obviously you've created all this utility, you've got the metaverse coming out, treasure hunt within 4 weeks, did you say?
Yeah, correct.
And now you're ready to launch the token and stuff. So do you want to take us through some details about that?
The launch itself?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure thing. So what we're doing is, if you go on the left side, there's the on the top, there's somewhere the Ethereum presale. Yeah, I should go there and just change your network to Ethereum. But anyway, you see there, you don't need to change. So what we have done actually is we are selling 3 kinds of voucher. These voucher are NFTs, and what we have in mind is, or what we planned is that we are selling the circuits. Right, this is kind of one-sided liquidity. So we are selling the circuits. User has to pay 0.5 ETH. And he will get back then 1 ETH worth of liquidity, because we are signing the other half, right? The user gives us the Ethereum, we are signing the Pi token, and on top of that, the user gets Pi token worth of 0.25 ETH, means that the user has, by investing, has instantly a 2.5 return on value. So what we're doing is once we're launching, we're creating the liquidity pair, and then we are minting the circles, which locks and burns liquidity, and we send the users the circles, so they can go for the circle staking to then have their rewards back, and on top of that, they get the Pi token. That's one-sided liquidity adding, and on top of that, they get the token. So that's what we had in mind. The gold vouchers are sold out. The silver vouchers are on sale right now, but we are going to launch next week, most likely, because as last week I was in London before Vegas, and we had a VC or an angel jumping in, and he's going to help us on the Ethereum side. So it means that the silver voucher sale will close the next days, and then we're going to launch.
So the silver vouchers are on sale at the moment, and what about these bronze and gold ones?
Well, the gold ones are sold out. The users will get what they paid for. The silver voucher are on sale right now. Means the users that bought the silver voucher, they will get the equal value as promised. The sale is still open, so users can still buy that. But independent from the number of sales, we're going to launch next week.
Okay, and how much have you raised from these vouchers so far?
So actually, it's approx 100,000 USD we have on sales from the voucher, and the investor that is assisting on that is giving us between 100 and 150,000 USD. So our initial liquidity with the Pi token will be approx 400,000 USD at the moment we are going to launch.
400k now. Okay. And obviously, you launched on Ethereum network. What was the reason behind choosing Ethereum?
Oh, that's a good question. So it seems like that BSC is not the famous chain. I thought like it would be good to be on BSC because our project is based on NFTs and minting NFTs. Last year at this time was approx 80 USD, right? So creating a circle was for us like, oh man, if this will work or not. So we launched on the BSC side, but we have a lot of partnerships made in the last week. So for example, Poseidon is a partner of us. They are big on the Ethereum side, as well as there are some other projects to be announced yet as partner. There was a high request from them in AMAs and also in Twitter spaces and in DMs that, hey guys, please launch on Ethereum. We want to have these vaults. We want to work on your metaverse together. We want to do the treasure hunt stuff. So there was a high amount of requests, which then brought us into the decision like, okay, let's do that. Let's go for Ethereum. What we made in the meanwhile, we optimized all our contracts so that we can go for hello gas minting. So the small circles, for example, can be minted for under 20 USD. The NFTs on our website and as well as on the marketplace can be minted for 2 USD. And this is pretty insane because like a few weeks ago, you minted NFTs for 80 USD, right? On the Ethereum side. So actually you can mint them for 2 USD on our platform. So we have the gas optimized contracts brought in place. Means that we are going to launch on Ethereum. And the good thing is that we are launching on Avalanche as well in 14 days. So we have on both sides, the contracts are live. The website is prepared. Everything is in place. We just need to add liquidity, and that's it.
Perfect. Okay. And so for somebody looking to get into the token itself and be an investor within the token, what would you say the benefits of being a holder are?
You mean why should you invest into Pi?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, beside everything I explained right now, I think that Pi is really good backed by the system itself. It's self-sustaining, and once we launch our metaverse, there is a high incentivized for people to buy the token, to like make their assets tradable in the metaverse itself. And beside that, and this is one of the major aspects, is that once we are launched on Ethereum and on Avalanche, we're going to set up bridges between the chains. Bridges between the chains. And this is the most interesting part here because we are not going to split the supply. We are launching independent projects with full supply on each chains. Which then has we set up liquidity bridges, which then allows the users to basically play the arbitrage game. So let's assume we launched on all 3 chains: Avalanche, BSC, and Ethereum, and the price is equal. And we're going to use the price floor sweeper on the BSC side and doing the buyback of 200,000 USD, which will double up the pricing, means that then the big arbitrage play starts, right? Users will bridge between the other chains and BSC to play the arbitrage. And once the price is equal, again, we're going to sweep the floor on the Ethereum side, which then has the same impact. So there will be an instantly arbitrage volume created. And what does volume means for the project? The rewards for the big circle holders going up because there's a 2% of each transaction fee goes to the big circle holders, which then incentivize users again to buy the big circles, which adds more liquidity, and we can sweep again. So this is the whole concept and the whole circle, how I want to have Pi at the end.
Are you going to have any of your own arbitrage bots set up?
The bridge, you mean?
No, when you talk about arbitrage, are you going to have anything set up so that you can benefit from that as well?
What a project can.
Yeah, sorry, the project.
What do you mean? If the project has an arbitrage set up?
Yeah, I'm just. It was another token, wasn't it, Toby? Another project that offers a service whereby you can use their arbitrage service.
Yeah,
to
DeFi
help your project. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's obviously an interest for the investor, isn't there, to make money from the arbitrage across the different chains. But as a project, are you putting anything in place to benefit the project as well?
Well, for in the first place, the users should benefit by that, right? So the investors, there are a lot of investors are doing the arbitrage play, and they can do that to make their own benefit. The project itself could do that as well, but we are not doing that because this is cheating on the investors. I see it at this point because everybody or everyone could set up its own bot. Cost me like 6 hours. So right, I can set up a bot and let him arbitrage. He will be way faster than everyone else.
Yeah.
And the benefit goes to the project. But this is not my goal. The incentivize for the project is to get the benefit to the holders and to the community. And this is the reason why we're setting up the bridges, because this is a benefit for the circle holders and for the investors itself to use the opportunity. If they don't use it, okay, but I cannot imagine they're not, because there is a way to make money. And to be honest, in DeFi, everybody loves to make money. So
yeah, it's just a good answer. But I mean, you're going to benefit from the volume anyway. So
yeah,
and so why?
Okay, so why investing into Pi? Yeah, either to make money by the increase of the pricing by time, if you have the passions, or just because you love what you like, you love what you see, because obviously we have a good ecosystem, and once we launch the metaverse, the price will go up because users need to buy the Pi token. And I forgot to mention that we were going to release our gamification next week as well, where we have a staking gamification, means rare and super rare NFTs that can be unpacked and used for the website and extended staking.
Do you mind if I ask a couple of questions I've got so far?
Yeah, sure.
Firstly, why AVAX? Why not Polygon?
Okay, so first of all, I don't like Polygon.
Okay, I wondered because they seem to be making a bit of a come through on the NFT side of things.
Well, yes. So there are two things I don't like. From a development standpoint, I don't like Polygon. That's cool. Yeah, I see the comment right now. So why should I love Polygon? Let's ask this question. From a development standpoint, Polygon is not doing well. I talked to several developers and they have the same point of view. There are a lot of RPC issues and problems. If you have an NFT sales website, that's not a problem. But if you go into deeper stuff as a developer on Polygon, you will more likely face some problems with RPC issues. I'm not taking the risk. We have a stable running website without any issues, and I'm not interested to bring the website or the DEX or stuff we have been built into RPC issues to downgrade our quality. This is my personal point of view. I have nothing against Polygon. I worked with the Polygon dev team together last year. They are great guys. They have a great project being built, but it's just a point of view. I personally don't like Polygon chain.
No, that's fair enough. I know what you're saying about the RPC because I've had to add about 4 different ones in my wallet.
Yeah, I mean, if you ever want, if you use Quickswap, right? I had it several times that the screen went white or black. So this is why you cannot get the allowance from the contracts. So then there's an RP issue and the website doesn't work well. It's just a personal point of view. Maybe we will see, the marketplace will be live on Polygon, right? It's just not the project and the token itself. The marketplace is live on AVAX, Polygon, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. But the project itself will not be live on Polygon yet, maybe on a later point. And the other thing is that we have OpenSea, right? OpenSea is on Polygon. There's a major competitor where we cannot compete with. So this is another reason why not go to Polygon, because we want to use the opportunity to,
Cool.
You asked for why Avalanche. This is quite easy. We partnered up with Swapsicle on AVAX on XRP. We're going to be a major partner to them. And because of the partnership reasons, we're going to launch an Avalanche, as well as we will be a bigger player and bigger partner for a Bigger Minds project.
Okay, nice. You already answered one of my questions about cross-chain and swapping and stuff. I guess that's going to all be accessible through your site, right? It's going to be all pretty streamlined and easy to use.
Yes, we will keep the existing layout. We will just see on the top right a change button where you can change the chain, and the content remains the same.
Okay. Just going back to the NFTs. So eventually there's going to be 3 different chains of NFTs. You're going to have AVAX, ETH, and BSC.
Yeah.
So in terms of your metaverse, and when you are when you're implementing them into the metaverse, are they all chains going to be available in the same game?
Yes, there will be, because in the metaverse, the game itself is off-chain. We will make it so that the marketplace, the NFT marketplace, and the game will share the same database. So
Okay.
all NFTs available on all chains will be available in-game, which makes it then happen that all NFTs you own, independent from the chain, can be utilized within the gamification.
All right, nice. And you mentioned that you've got some projects lined up that are potentially wanting to participate.
Yes.
Can you
But
divulge it? Aha, okay, no problem.
So now we last week on the convention itself, and the week before in London, we made some deals with other projects. They own a metaverse as well, but they are highly interested to get their NFTs into the hunt, into the gamification, like to go for treasure hunts for their NFTs.
Yeah.
So we made some decent deals, but I'm not willing to leak that yet on this point, because it's not official, and there's some action needed actually to finish that up. So we keep the community updated, but I cannot leak that yet.
Yeah, no problem.
I mentioned already 3 projects where it's not official yet. So if you listen to the last 2 minutes, then there were some bigger names mentioned already.
Yeah. Well, one more last question for me. I don't know if you might have mentioned it, but I'm not sure if I caught it. I heard you were 90% of the way there through the development of the metaverse, but I didn't hear a date, or maybe I missed it. Have you got a rough timeline of when it's going to be launching?
We're talking about the metaverse?
Yes.
So the metaverse is basically done yet. We're working on the back end to make it so that that users can redeem their claimed assets in game into NFTs. This is an outside application. This is not running well yet, so we're doing final tests. We have a senior developer checking the code work to make sure that there is no vulnerabilities or room for getting attacked. We just want to make sure that we launch something serious and good and without security issues. I guess we will see the metaverse within the next 4 weeks, but I cannot give you a rough date because we are in testing right now. And testing means that we can find something which delays that, or we're good and can launch next week. So I would say within the next 4 weeks.
Interesting. Cool. Yeah, sorry, Mark. I'll let you carry on, buddy.
Yeah, no worries. Just following up on the metaverse, Dan. So, who are you going to be targeting? Who's going to be playing the game, and how are you going to target those people?
So within the game, it's like it's like World of Warcraft, or you see it on other metaverse stuff. You can create a guild within game. You have a chat. Like Ollie just dropped some. Nicole just dropped a sneak peek, and if you click on the first picture, you can see on the top left, bottom left, there's a chat window. So you can communicate with other users, as well as you can use the Telegram channel, where we have a huge community which is interacting with each other on each treasure hunt. They're working together, trying to get the clues, and I guess it will be the same process here as well, that people either communicate in game or they're using the social channels we have, as well as we have a huge game channel on Discord where the treasure hunts getting discussed in.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just looking through the imagery now.
Do you have any plans to target mainstream people outside of crypto?
How to? Well, I guess the question is quite early for me right now. The game is not being made for mainstream yet, because we're targeting the NFT hunter right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a squad or a small team that is reaching out to real life artists to bring them into crypto, and we're offering them as well to store their artwork into our metaverse, which then leads non-related crypto people into the game itself. But this is more like a long-term process. It's not, like every one of us is in crypto, right? This is quite hard to bring not related crypto people into crypto. So this is more likely a long-term road. But yeah, after we don't stop building, right? This is just the first release, and we go from there. And let's see what we can bring in the future.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, go on.
No, it's right. I was just going through all of the options, all the things, see if I've missed anything out. Is there anything you feel like we've missed out that you want to discuss? Any specific utilities or any specific elements?
Yeah, well, just to mention the metaverse, we release it in stages. So the first stage is the beta version, which is full playable, but the Web3 elements will be added in August, which is then the final release. So we give it out so it can be played and users can go for treasure hunts, but the NFT redeem stuff so that you can claim stuff and redeem into NFTs, that will be added later in August. And as well, what I forgot to mention earlier is like our gamification. Like if you can see, Nicole just dropped the Phoenix. This will be our gamification character. So what's about that? We're going to release kind of eggs on our website, and people can buy these eggs and they can unpack the eggs, and then there will be an NFT, and they are different colors. And each color has a rarity, and specific items have a rarity. So we have a rarity table, and higher rare your NFT is, the more rewards you will get in the staking. So we have a staking gamification aspect. And the good thing is that the top 5% of the gamification will be used in the gamification or in the metaverse itself. So let's say you get a super rare Phoenix out of the minting from the website. You can use the Phoenix then in the metaverse game, and you can fly around. And we choose the Phoenix because mostly all other projects working with dragons, I'm tired by dragons, and Pi is different. Pi is different than other projects, like from our tokenomics mechanics and what we do. So why not be different here? Instead of using a dragon, we decided to use a Phoenix, and you can fly with the Phoenix within the game once you have a rare Phoenix picked on the sales page on the website. Yeah, thank you for sharing, Nicole. And she's just dropping a preview of that.
Yeah, I'm looking at them now. When are these going to be available to purchase?
So it was supposed to be 3 weeks ago, but Vegas and London made a stop on working. So it's basically done. I just need to press a button and it's live. Like I will do some final tests tomorrow. I guess in 2 days you will see the gamification.
Nice. And how many are going to be available to mint?
Basically it's 10,000 NFTs for now. But what we're going to do is we're increasing that. So we have a gamification contract. This is a business layer contract, which allows us to set the combinations that are countable for the staking. Means we can extend the collection by time. We can bring in new colors, more rarities, as well as other. The model is fully rigged, right? So we can bring the Phoenix in other positions and can release more NFTs on the sales page, which allows us then on the staking layer or gamification layer contract to set that if there is a new Phoenix and someone owns the first version and the second version, he will get more points in the staking to get higher rewards. So it's not a one thing release. It's a gamification that will be extended and increased by time. We will add new NFTs and new staking pools where you have challenges. May own one of the rarest, of one of high rarest and middle rarest, and then you'll be able to stake in the pool to then get rewards. So we will see a lot of staking reward pools.
Okay, cool. Yep, sounds good. Yeah, I mean, it's all looking really good to me. Like I explained right at the start and stuff, the fact that you've built out so much utility and you're so far into the metaverse creation before you've even launched token is really impressive, and credit to you and the team for cracking on and doing it for so long and stuff. So it probably leads me nicely into my final question that we always like to ask here at the Legit Crypto Lounge. So for us, the long-term success of a project can't exist without a clear vision from you, the team. So my final question is, at what point does this project become a success to you?
A success to me is at this point where we were able to merge several communities into our community. In the case of gaming, having fun on treasure hunts, and as soon as other communities realize the utility we're offering, once we get this done and other communities are cooperating and joining our treasure hunt system, I guess this will the point where Pi is getting successful. Because to be honest, there are a lot of projects without utility, and there are great artists and projects outside there looking for more utility. So if I put some Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs within our treasure hunt, I don't know what happens then, but I can imagine that a few hundred people will go in there and try to find these NFTs. And I guess if we once at this point, I'm pretty sure it will be interesting for Pi.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, great answer. I'm conscious of time. I feel like we're taking up quite a bit of your time here, and I want to make sure that we have the opportunity for a couple of questions and stuff. Have you got any final points, Toby?
No, mate. I think it looks super solid though, and I can see you've put a lot of work and thought into it. I think there's a lot to unwrap in the hour that we've had. So, yeah, I recommend guys reaching into this and joining their Telegram and asking any further questions you might have, because there's a lot to unwrap. But yeah, it looks super solid, man, and congrats on all the work you've done so far, and everything where you've got to so far.
Much appreciated, thank you. Really, and we are not a community which is forced on hype, right? So it was really important for me from the first day. We started with 2 guys to build a solid community with like a core community where is no when Lambo, when Moon, and like shield my back and cheat my chart and all this stuff. You won't see that. So scroll back in a Pi protocol Telegram channel. Exactly, you won't see that. We have a solid community of 450, 500 users. They are participating in the treasure hunt. They helping each other to explain what about the project itself, how is everything working with the sweeper and such stuff. And it was really important for me to build the community organic, to have really to have a core community. So once we're popping in and getting famous, or let's say we're driving success, and there are a few hundred people will join Telegram, that we are good in place, right? That we have a core community that can assist and explain all the stuff. And therefore we never push that hard on marketing. We spent 100,000 USD in the first 3 months on the project itself from a marketing standpoint, and it was a disaster because everybody's shilling that, and the most reply we got, oh no, thank you, BSC, not interested. So literally marketing was really hard, and we gave up on marketing. But what we're doing is, and what I see is that more value comes back from partnerships. So one good partnership is more worth than 50,000 USD in marketing. And we're good with that. Since we have a really good made partnerships actually that need to be announced. This drives us more success, bringing in the other communities into ours. And this is what we're trying to do. And the time brings that, I'm pretty sure. And beer market is time to build, and this is what we do.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And the whole organic approach is absolutely where it's at. And if the way you've built this, it's literally built for partnerships, isn't it? So you've got those ready-made communities ready to join as soon as you've hit the go button on them partnerships with the projects.
Absolutely. So we have an upcoming treasure hunt with 8 projects in 14 days. And we're starting the treasure hunt from our website, and it leads all participants and all communities. They have to visit all Telegrams, Discords, and Twitter spaces. And one of the community has 25,000 users. So it's pretty insane. And the users will cross-check the other communities. I think that we're a good interface between other projects and communities, and this is what we're going to do. So we'll keep on moving with that. But I did mention that Pi is registered in Austria, so it's a fully set up legal. We have a legal token opinion done for Europe, so we can be listed on all central exchanges with this legal opinion, as well as we have 13 docs team members right now, so the team is increasing continuously.
Perfect. Yeah, sounds good, Gordon. Well, really appreciate coming in and sharing Pi Protocol with us. Wish you all the best of luck with launch and stuff. I'm sure it's going to go off with a bang. You've obviously got a lot of things coming. Obviously, we always encourage projects as well to keep sharing information with us and stuff. I'm sure our community would be interested to know, how things develop. You've obviously got some big plans and some big things to announce and stuff. So it'd be great if you could keep us updated with any progress, and then we can share that direct with the community as well.
Much appreciated, Guy. It was a pleasure to be here and to have the opportunity to explain everything. And mate, you got now why I ask how much time I have, right? It's not like that I love talking about it. It's simply too much stuff to explain within 5 minutes, and this is the main issue, mostly like to show what we have, because it's time intense.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd say I think we could probably go into an hour on each section, really, even some of the numbers, and just break them down. But yeah, it's impressive, man.
Much appreciated. Thank you. There are any questions from your end, at least, where I have to dive in, or did I talk everything through the wall and we're done now?
Well, I'll stop the record. I'll stop the recording there, but we'll open up to a couple of questions post recording. So we'll get this recording across to you. Once we've added it to our YouTube channel as well.
Cool stuff. We have I forgot Ollie to ask if you want to add some stuff. Maya forgot something, or we have Sonny here as well, who is our community manager. If you have these minutes to make them a speaker, may they have a question.
Who was that? Sorry.
It is Ollie is speaker already, but we have Nicole here, Nicole and Sonny. These are our community mods. They take care about the community. May they want to add something before we're going to leave that?
Let me just go and find them. Sonny, yeah.
And Nicole. So they're doing a fantastic job. They're on board from the first day, and they're really taking care about everyone in the community. So I'm glad I have them, and want to give them opportunity to say hi or mention something.
Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for having us. Really appreciate it. This has been an awesome AMA. Looks like you guys have a really awesome group here. Happy to come and join you guys today. I can't talk too much at the moment. I got a baby in my hand, but I did want to hop in and say hi. Come on over to our group. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. We're in there pretty much all day and night as much as we can be. So, yeah.
Awesome. Cheers, Sonny.
Great, mate. No, you would.
I'll let you get back to baby duties.
Nicole, I've unmuted you as well if you wanted to say hello or anything.
Yeah, definitely. It's been really nice being here. You guys got a fun community going on, and we do too. The people there are pretty helpful, and like Sunny said, we're always there if anybody has any questions. I mean, I know Pi has a lot of things going on, so if you wanted to DM anybody or come to the community and ask anything later, totally feel free to. Anybody here. And as far as what's going on with the community right now, if you check out our announcements page and look around the group. We got some giveaways going on. We do that a lot. We like to have fun over there. Pretty active on Twitter with giveaways too. So if you guys want to join our socials, check it out. Find all the information in our group on that. And also, you know what, I wanted to mention too, tomorrow on Twitter Space, we're going to be doing an artist space. It's something we've been doing regularly past few weeks here. We usually do a European one and a US one, but we're having one this week, a big one. We have some special guests. There's going to be projects there speaking, some of the artists that are already involved in Pi. So you can hear about some cool projects and hear about what people are doing here on our marketplace. And also we'll be doing some fun little giveaways away there too, especially if you're an artist. It might be something you might be interested in listening to. So definitely everybody's invited for that.
Nice, Nicole. Thank you. You also shared the website earlier, didn't you? And said go check out the website, guys. Grab your free community NFT while you're there. So that's been pinned, guys, if anyone wants to go and
yes, thank you. Yeah, definitely. And I also want to mention on the free community NFT, there's a token ID number to all these NFTs. So once you grab that, if you let any of your friends know about Pi, you bring anybody, refer them to the project, and they buy circles, they buy tokens, whatever, give them your referral number because they can enter that on the DEX. It's on your community of NFT. When you go to BSC Scan, you can find it. And then you'll definitely get counted for. And we give away some great things too for people who spread the word and are holders every month. So definitely check that out if you're looking to get involved with us too and you grab one of those.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah, the only thing I can say is that we are building some kind of personal relationships to our artists as well. So, for example, you see Shelly there in the LCL as well all the time, dropping her stickers, and she's a real life artist with utility on her NFTs. She has a real interesting project as well. And we are using the Twitter Spaces, the US ones, European ones. We also will set up a German-speaking one in the future. And we are using this as well to pitch to give artists a platform where they can pitch their projects as well. So 2 weeks ago, I guess we had a 5 hours conversation on the Twitter Space, and it was great connecting artists to each other and their projects as well. And there's a lot of things going on, and we like the personal and nice approach to those people in the digital world. So that's very important for us as well. So I can say thank you. I think it was a great AMA from this stage on, and we are looking forward what will go on with you guys and your community. And we're happy to welcome you at the Pi Protocol and to go the next steps with us. And grab your pre-sale vouchers before they are gone or before Gorden knocks the button to do it live.
Yeah, thanks very much for coming and sharing the project. It's been really cool.